Don't just get through the day, get from the day. Most people wake up and they're already reacting. Reacting to the noise, reacting to people, reacting to emotions they haven't taken time to understand. But let me ask you a question. Who's in charge of your emotions? Is it you? Or is it everyone else? A rude stranger says something and you get angry. The weather's bad and you feel off all day. Someone disagrees with you and suddenly your whole mood changes. But here's what I've learned. After many years of teaching and traveling, it's not what happens that determines the quality of your life. It's what you do about what happens. You can't always control what's around you, but you can control what's within you. And that is the foundation of emotional mastery. Let's begin with this. Your emotions are powerful. They either work for you or against you. And if you don't learn to manage them, they'll manage you. Now, I'm not saying emotions are bad. Not at all. Emotions are what make us human. They're signals. They give color to life. They give depth to our experiences. But emotions uncontrolled can destroy relationships, opportunities, reputation, progress, peace of mind. So the question is, are your emotions your servant or your master? Let me tell you something I had to learn the hard way. You must learn to discipline your disappointments. Let me say it again, slowly. Discipline your disappointments because they're coming. Oh yes, they're coming. You're going to be misunderstood. You're going to be let down. You're going to be criticized. But the mature person, the wise person, the person walking the path of success, they don't explode at every frustration. They don't sink at every loss. They don't quit because someone said something harsh. They respond with control, with clarity, with perspective. Now let's get practical. Imagine you're driving a car. You're behind the wheel focused, calm. Suddenly anger jumps in the passenger seat. Fear slides into the back. Jealousy leans over your shoulder and says, "Let me drive." If you hand them the wheel, where do you think you'll end up? Nowhere good. Because emotions aren't meant to drive. They're meant to inform, to signal, to be noticed but not obeyed. We must learn to act in spite of emotion, not because of it. Acting because of anger, that's how bridges burn. Acting because of fear, that's how dreams die. Acting because of ego, that's how opportunities vanish. But acting with wisdom, now that's power. Let me give you something deep. Your emotions follow your thoughts. And most people don't understand this. They think their feelings control their day. But really, it's their thinking that leads to those feelings. You wake up and think, this is going to be a hard day. Well, now you feel stressed. You think, no one appreciates me. Now you feel discouraged. You think, I can't do this. Now you feel weak. You see what's happening? You can't control the weather, but you can control your umbrella. You may not control every circumstance, but you can control the thought. And that thought can shift the emotion. And that emotion can shift your behavior. And that behavior can shift your entire life. Let me give you a few practical steps to begin this journey. 1. Pause before you react. A few seconds of silence can prevent years of regret. Don't respond instantly to anger, criticism, or fear. Breathe. Think. Then respond. 2. Label what you feel. Name it to tame it, the psychologists say. Say, this is frustration. Say, this is insecurity. Say, this is fear. The moment you name it, it loses power. 3. Ask, what's the thought behind this feeling? Trace it back. What am I believing right now? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it worth surrendering my peace? Most of the time, it's not. 4. Choose a better thought. Here's the key. You don't have to believe every thought you think. You can choose one that serves you, one that uplifts, one that empowers. You are not a puppet. You are not a victim of your emotions. You are the driver. You are the one with the keys. Yes, emotions will rise, but you don't have to follow them. You can lead them. Don't let your emotions trick you out of your future. Discipline your disappointments. Control your reactions. And choose to live by principle, not by pressure. That's how you win. Don't let a bad moment become your permanent attitude. That's a lesson worth repeating. Because anger and frustration, they come to all of us. But how many let those moments define their day, their week, their life? The truth is, anger is like fire. If you control it, it can keep you warm. If you let it control you, it will burn everything around you. Today, I want to talk about mastering that fire. Anger is a natural emotion. It signals that something isn't right. It tells us that our expectations are not being met. But here's the problem. Most people don't handle anger well. They explode. They say things they regret. They destroy bridges. Frustration is anger's close cousin. It creeps in quietly, but it eats away at your peace like a slow poison. Unmanaged frustration is the soil where bitterness grows. And bitterness, that's a hard crop to uproot once it takes root. So what do successful people do? They learn to master anger and frustration. They don't let these emotions rule their lives. They harness their energy and redirect it toward growth. Let me share something simple but powerful. Anger is nothing more than disappointment with a loud voice. When things don't go as planned, when people let us down, or life doesn't cooperate, anger rises. But here's the key. Your anger is a result of your expectations. If you expect things to be perfect, you'll be angry often. If you expect people to always behave the way you want, frustration will follow. Successful people adjust their expectations not to accept failure, but to accept reality. They don't get mad at the rain. They carry an umbrella. Now here's where the lesson gets practical. What if you could turn frustration into fuel? Millionaires don't waste frustration. They use it as motivation. When you're frustrated, don't lash out. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to change this situation? Frustration is a signal, not a dead end. Don't curse the soil, don't curse the seed, don't curse the sunshine, just keep planting. In other words, don't blame circumstances. Don't blame people. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep growing. Frustration will come, but let it push you forward, not hold you back. How do you actually master these emotions? Here are some steps. 1. Recognize the warning signs. Notice when anger or frustration begins to rise. Is your heart racing? Are your thoughts becoming sharp or negative? Catch it early. 2. Pause and breathe. Before reacting, take a deep breath. Slow your heart rate. Give yourself a moment to think. The pause is the power. It's in the pause that you find control. 3. Reframe the situation. Ask, is this really worth my energy? What can I learn from this? Is my anger helping or hurting me? Often, a shift in perspective will calm the storm inside. 4. Channel energy into action. Instead of yelling or blaming, channel your energy into positive steps. Write down a plan. Make a call. Take one small action forward. 5. Practice forgiveness, especially of yourself. Remember, anger is human. You will lose control sometimes, but forgive yourself and learn. Have you noticed how successful people handle tough situations? They don't always have better circumstances. They have better control over their emotions. Why? Because they understand. Success is predictable. It's not luck, and it's not magic. It's hard work and discipline. That discipline includes emotional discipline. Controlling anger means you don't burn bridges you'll need tomorrow. It means you stay focused on solutions, not problems. Just like learning to ride a bike or speak a new language, mastering your emotions takes practice. You won't get it perfect overnight. But each time you choose calm over chaos, you build strength. Each time you respond instead of react, you grow in power. Each time you turn frustration into fuel, you get closer to the life you want. The road of life will have bumps. People will disappoint you. Plans will fall apart. But you control the steering wheel. You decide where to go next. Don't let your emotions trick you out of your future. Don't let anger make you lose your way. Control the fire. Use the energy. Keep moving forward. I want you to take this with you today. Anger and frustration are inevitable. What's optional is how you respond. Start small. Master your next moment of frustration. Pause. Breathe. Choose. That choice will change your day, your week, your life. Fear is a misuse of imagination. Those words ring true in every walk of life. Fear is the mind's way of projecting what might happen often, what won't. It's a ghost, a shadow, a story we tell ourselves about the future. Today, I want to help you see fear, doubt, and worry for what they are, and learn how to take back control. Fear, doubt, and worry are silent thieves. They don't shout like anger. They don't explode like frustration, but they creep in. They undermine your confidence. They delay your decisions. They steal your peace. Think about this. How many times have you avoided taking a chance because you were afraid? How often have you talked yourself out of a dream because doubt whispered, "You're not good enough"? How many sleepless nights have you spent worrying about what you can't control? These emotions can hold you hostage without you even realizing it. Fear isn't just an enemy. It's also a messenger. Fear says, beware, danger ahead. But most of the time, the danger is in your mind, not in reality. Fear is a misuse of your imagination. Your imagination can create great things, beautiful visions, inspiring dreams, but it can also create worst-case scenarios, monsters under your bed. The problem is not fear itself. The problem is when you believe every fearful thought. Doubt is the voice that says, "You're not enough. You can't do it. You'll fail." It's sneaky. It comes disguised as realism or practical thinking. But doubt is usually a lie your mind tells to protect you from risk. Here's the truth. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Successful people don't never doubt. They just don't let doubt stop them. Worry is like rocking in a chariot. Gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. You worry about things you can't control, and you lose energy that you could have used to take action. Don't leave the scene of a decision without taking immediate action. Worrying without action is like being stuck in a storm without an umbrella. So, how do you take back control? How do you stop these silent thieves from stealing your peace? Let me give you a simple, practical framework. 1. Recognize and name your fear, doubt, and worry. Awareness is the first step. Say it out loud. I'm feeling afraid. I'm doubting myself. I'm worrying about what might happen. Naming the emotion gives you power over it. 2. Question the truth of your thoughts. Ask, is this fear based on facts or assumptions? Is my doubt realistic or just my mind protecting me? Is my worry productive or just a loop of what-ifs? Most of the time, you'll find that your fearful thoughts are exaggerated or unfounded. 3. Shift your focus to what you can control. You cannot control the future. You cannot control everyone's opinions, but you can control your actions. Focus on the next right step. Take action, even a small one. Action cuts through fear like a knife. Here's the flip side of fear's misuse of imagination. Use your imagination to see success. Use it to visualize your goals. Use it to feel the confidence you want to embody. Imagine yourself calm under pressure. Imagine yourself taking bold action despite fear. When you do this consistently, your mind begins to believe it's possible. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of fear. Every successful person has fear. They have doubts and worries too. The difference is, they don't let these emotions stop them. The challenge of leadership is to be strong but not rude. Be kind but not weak. Be bold but not a bully. Be thoughtful but not lazy. Be humble but not timid. Be proud but not arrogant. Have humor but without folly. Part of that leadership is mastering your own emotions. To control fear, doubt, and worry, develop daily habits. Morning affirmations. Start your day reminding yourself, I am capable. I am prepared. I will take action. Journaling. Write down your fears and doubts. Then write down reasons why they don't control you. Meditation or quiet reflection. Train your mind to find calm in the chaos. Set small, achievable goals. Each success chips away at doubt. Seek support. Talk to mentors, friends, or coaches who lift you up. Controlling fear doesn't mean you become fearless. It means you don't let fear stop you from moving forward. It's about progress, not perfection. Every small step you take builds confidence. Every time you choose courage, you weaken doubt. Your future is on the other side of fear. Fear, doubt, and worry are natural, but they don't have to control you. You can choose courage. You can choose faith. You can choose action. Don't wait for the fear to dissipate. Take the step anyway. When you do, you'll find your emotions serving you, not ruling you. Let your feelings serve you. Don't let them rule you. That phrase holds the key to a life of peace and power. You see, emotions are neither good nor bad. They are energy, signals, messages from within. But how you handle them, how you manage that energy, that is everything. Emotional discipline is the art of using your feelings wisely. It's the daily commitment to being the master of your inner world. Because let me tell you, it's not what happens to you that shapes your destiny, it's how you respond inside. How do you begin your day? If you're like most people, you wake up, reach for your phone, and start scrolling through emails or social media. You take in the news, the drama, the crisis, the chaos, before you even get out of bed. No wonder so many people feel overwhelmed before the day begins. Either you run the day, or the day runs you. To practice emotional discipline, start by running your day intentionally. Pause first thing in the morning. Don't jump into the chaos. Breathe deeply. Center yourself. Then, set the emotional tone for the day. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Read a passage of inspiration. Visualize how you want to feel and act throughout your day. This simple morning ritual programs your mind for calm, focus, and resilience. You're not a passenger in your emotions, you are the pilot. What you allow into your mind shapes your emotions. This is emotional discipline in action. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But it goes beyond people. You are also what you feed your mind. Limit exposure to negativity. The toxic conversations that drain your energy. The news that inflames fear and anxiety. The social media posts that breed envy or self-doubt. Choose instead to surround yourself with uplifting influences. Books and podcasts that inspire growth. Conversations that challenge you to be better. Environments that cultivate peace and positivity. Emotional discipline is choosing carefully what you allow into your mental and emotional space. Life will test you, this is guaranteed. People will criticize you, sometimes unfairly. Situations will frustrate you, sometimes deeply. The emotionally disciplined person reacts differently. They don't lash out. They don't shut down. They don't take things personally. They respond. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Criticism and pressure aren't just obstacles. They are opportunities to grow emotional strength. When someone criticizes you, ask yourself, is there truth here? If yes, learn and improve. If not, let it slide. Keep your peace. Keep your focus. Your emotional response is your power. Discipline doesn't mean bottling up emotions. It means managing them effectively. One powerful practice is to check in with yourself several times a day. Ask, how am I feeling right now? Is this emotion serving me or sabotaging me? What can I do to adjust my mindset? It can be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths, or stepping outside for fresh air, or writing in a journal. This practice of awareness gives you control. When emotions rise, awareness is your anchor. Think about emotional discipline like a muscle. You don't get strong overnight. You build strength with consistent effort. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Apply that to your emotions. Each time you choose patience over frustration, you're training your emotional muscles. Each time you choose calm over panic, you're growing resilience. This is the compound effect at work. Years from now, you'll look back and see how these small daily choices shaped your life. Emotional discipline also means learning to let go. Holding on to anger, resentment, or disappointment is like carrying a heavy burden. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will holding on to this help or hurt me? Choosing to forgive and release is a sign of strength, not weakness. It frees your mind and heart to focus on what truly matters. Feelings are fleeting. Values are steady. Emotional discipline means anchoring your decisions in your values, not your feelings. Character's doing the right thing when nobody's looking. When your values guide you, you remain steady through emotional storms. You don't react impulsively. You respond thoughtfully. This is how leaders live. When you master emotional discipline, everything changes. You gain greater peace of mind, stronger relationships, improved decision-making, increased productivity, resilience in the face of setbacks. You become a person who doesn't just survive life's storms, you thrives in them. Your emotional discipline is your edge. Here are some tools to help you build this muscle daily. Morning journaling. Write down your goals and how you want to feel. Mindful breathing. Take moments throughout the day to breathe deeply and reset. Positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your values and strengths. Physical exercise. Movement helps regulate emotions and reduce stress. Reflective evening routine. Review your day, celebrate wins, and learn from moments you lost control. Emotional discipline is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. It's the daily choice to take responsibility for your inner world. Don't let your emotions trick you out of your future. Practice patience. Practice awareness. Practice grace. Because the person who masters their emotions masters their life. You are becoming that person. Keep moving forward. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. That one line says it all. Because life doesn't always go according to plan. People don't always treat you the way you hoped. Opportunities don't always land on your doorstep. But the emotionally strong, they adjust. They endure. They adapt. And they move forward calm, focused, and in control. Emotional strength isn't about being emotionless. It's about becoming the kind of person whose emotions are servants, not masters. You lead them. They don't lead you. You see, emotional strength isn't loud. It doesn't always show itself in speeches or big displays. Often, it's silent, subtle, but powerful. It's choosing not to argue even when you know you're right. It's walking away from conflict because peace is more valuable than pride. It's speaking with kindness when frustration wants to shout. It's standing tall in a storm, not because it's easy, but because you've trained yourself to stand. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And emotional discipline? That's the bridge between reaction and wisdom, between chaos and clarity, between living by impulse and living by intention. Let's clear something up. Some people think emotional strength is a trait you either have it or you don't. But the truth is, like all discipline, it's built. Brick by brick, choice by choice, habit by habit. You build emotional strength every time you pause before responding in anger. Let go of something that once controlled you. Say no to something that doesn't align with your peace. Choose growth over comfort. Take responsibility for your emotions instead of blaming others. These aren't easy choices, but they're powerful ones. Here's the real test of emotional strength. When the storm hits, do you fall apart or do you hold your ground? Strong people still feel the rain. They still feel the wind, but they've built a foundation deep enough that the storm doesn't shake their core. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. So don't wish for fewer storms. Wish to become someone who doesn't panic in the storm. Someone who carries peace, not just when things are easy, but especially when they're not. Here's something I want you to really remember. You don't get to choose what happens to you, but you always get to choose how you respond. The gap between stimulus and response is your power. And in that gap, the emotionally strong pause. They reflect. They respond rather than react. Let me give you an example. Someone criticizes you. It's unfair. It's rude. It stings. The emotionally weak respond instantly with anger, defensiveness, retaliation. But the emotionally strong, they pause. They ask, is there truth here? Is this worth my energy? Can I grow from this? Sometimes they respond, sometimes they don't. But either way, it's not emotion running the show, it's wisdom. Like muscles, emotional strength gets stronger the more you use it. Here are some daily tools to help you build it. 1. Daily self-awareness check. Ask yourself a few key questions each morning or evening. What emotions did I experience today? How did I handle them? What can I improve tomorrow? Reflection is how wisdom is formed. 2. Set emotional goals. You set goals for your career, your income, why not for your emotional growth? Try this. Today I will remain calm in all situations. I will not let impatience ruin my focus. I will respond with kindness, even when I'm tired. Emotional goals turn intentions into actions. 3. Practice the pause. This one is big. Before you respond to anything upsetting, pause. Breathe deeply. Count to 5. Buy yourself just a few seconds of clarity. You'll be amazed how different your reactions become. 4. Surround yourself with calm. Your environment matters. Your company matters. Emotion is contagious. So be around people who have steady energy. People who don't panic, overreact, or create unnecessary drama. If you hang around with chickens, you'll scratch at the ground all your life. But if you hang around with eagles, you'll soar. Fly with eagles. Let's talk about the real life results. When you master your emotions, you gain peace of mind. You don't let small things ruin your day. Respected leadership. People trust your calm energy. Better decisions. You don't rush or react, you think and respond. Improved relationships. You speak with clarity, not chaos. Self-respect. You become proud of who you're becoming. You'll stop feeling out of control and start feeling in command of your life. Who are you becoming? This isn't just about learning to handle your emotions. It's about becoming the kind of person who deserves everything you dream of. A person who is calm under pressure, disciplined under temptation, patient under stress, humble under praise, and unshaken under adversity. Because you won't rise to the level of your dreams, you'll rise to the level of your emotional strength. The greatest form of leadership is self-leadership. If you can lead yourself, your mind, your moods, your emotions, you can lead your life. So continue to grow, continue to reflect, continue to strengthen your inner world, because the man or woman who is emotionally strong becomes unstoppable. Let that be you.